Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DRL's. Uh, I'm drawing a blank. DRL's Grand National Series. DRL. Man, Rod, help me out, man. It's what I normally say.
DRL Racing's Grand National
National
Series
Series.
race.
Yeah, here on DRL TV. Thank you. I mean, I just drew a complete blank right there. It was talking to
Well,
you
you're
earlier.
assuming I pay attention to you when you do all that.
Well, I mean, you know what they say about being assuming and everything. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Dover International Speedway. We're going to have a bunch of fun here tonight at the Monster Mile. What do you think about that, Rod?
I think this is going to be a blast. I've turned a lot of laps at this track this week, and this track is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of shuffling and moving, and it's a rhythm track, and it'll sneak up and bite you if you're not.
Well, we're currently riding around with James Larillo, and I've been watching him. He's been pretty good here of late. I'm going to let you pick first. That way I don't steal your guy. Who do you think's going to win?
Some pressure on me now. During practice, I watched Kevin Dick quite a bit. He had some good runs, and having run quite a few laps at this track this week, I gotta go with Harmon, probably starting from the back, and
Nope.
conserving his stuff a little bit and moving to the.
Well, he ain't starting from the back. He's currently sitting on the pole.
Yeah, I saw that. He's not coming from the back today.
Now, this is not a place where this is where I'm going to start from, and is in the back. But if you can avoid the mess, and because this is a self-cleaning track, I've said it before. These self-cleaning tracks, it's kind of hard to avoid it because you got to instinctively go high, and you don't want to. You want to go low when you see a wreck, and here you got to do the opposite. You got to go high to avoid the wreck because the cars are going to start washing down the track. My pick for tonight is going to be Kevin Dick. I like Kevin Dick. He's been showing a lot of spunk out there of late. I don't know if he's actually going to get a qualifying lap in or what, but he's done an awesome job here of lately. Came really close to getting a couple of wins in, so I'm looking forward to seeing him put on a good show. And he is currently putting down a lap, so he's currently riding around in third. He's got one more lap. Let's hope he can improve it. I'd like to see him start on the pole and win this thing. We do have 20 drivers here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe even 21. CTBB popped in, so.
No,
We got 20 drivers.
20.
20 drivers, so yeah. And
we do have some new paint schemes on the track tonight too, so
that
change
we do.
things up a little bit.
See, wonder what Bill Edwards is doing. I mean, wow, he's coming back down pit road with 2 minutes to go. Is he going to actually cross the start-finish line on pit road?
I got him sitting fifth in qualifying.
Oh, there he goes. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sam Niederham, he's waiting. Cronowit, how about him? He's trying to get a lap in. Come on, Cronowit, show us what you got, bud. I like to watch this man drive too. I mean, he does a really good job, especially at these mile tracks. Really love to watch this guy drive, and I like to watch him race on road courses as well. So far, he's riding around in 11th for qual. How about old JP? Made a top 10 in qualifying. Way to go, JP. He was kind of upset we didn't interview him last week because he made a top 5 at Talladega. So, but that's to his own fault, you know. I even gave him some junk about it. I used to interview the top 5 drivers at the end of every race, and then it got to where we were having 2.5 to almost 3 hour broadcasts due to the interviews at the end of the race. We'd have an hour of interviews at the end of the race, so we shortened it down to 3 drivers, the top 3 podium finishers. So Ben Izinga, I'm assuming he is waiting at the start-finish line, or he's not qualifying at all. Spencer Tart, he's not in the server. That's going to hold bad for him. If he doesn't get back in, he probably won't make the race. Mike Springer. He has got 3 seconds to make a lap.
Not gonna, no,
He made it. He made a lap. Yeah, he made it. 15th. So 3 drivers. Evan Rice. The last 3 drivers did not put a qualifying lap down.
Yeah, Rice, Tart, and Izinga.
Don't know what's happened there with that. That's unreal. And Harmon was the pole sitter, was he not? I believe he was. Let me see if I can find a driver that's on the track. Well, give me somebody. Let's go to Lorillo so I can get the lineup set up right. Okay, so we're going to go to pit road. Pit road 2. No, pit road. There we go. So, let's get this grid going. We got Eric Wolf, Thomas Harmon, James Lorillo, Kevin Dick, J.W. Miller, Bill Edwards, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and Mike Lemon, Jordan Berry and Joshua Durham rounds out the top 10. Bottom half of the field, James Pandal, Matt Burgess, and of course, Gary Cronowit, Dustin Musial, Mike Springer, Sam Niederhelm, James Lindahl, Evan Rice, Spencer Tart, Ben Izinga, which will be going through the pits. And I still think I missed somebody.
Tart's still not showing up.
Yeah, Spencer Tart. That's who we're missing. We are ready to go down and get this race on the way. Why is it doing that? There we go. I got my cameras right. Pace car's in just in time. Eric Wolf's going to lead this field off. They can go now anytime. And they took off as soon as they got the opportunity. 175 laps here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It should be fun. Looks like the top half of this field is looking to get single file as quickly as possible. And we will see a lot of that here tonight. Won't be a lot of 2x2 racing. Track position is everything. Momentum and getting a rhythm is what this track is all about. We were just talking about that earlier here tonight between me and Rod. How you want to get a rhythm and just ride. You want to make your passes when you can, as safely as you can, and you're going to see a lot of people try to make that inside dive move to make that pass.
Yeah, what you may see as the track starts to rubber up, and it'll be a little more noticeable with it being a concrete surface. You'll see a lot of guys start hitting the apex of 1 and 2 high, and then bringing it down and clipping the corner, of 2 and 4 down low.
You gotta watch hitting that apron though. That apron will cause you to smack right back up the track. It's not forgiving. Top 3 drivers: Eric Wolf, Thomas Harmon, and Lorillo, nose to tail. Getting a little bit of drafting going on. We jump back here to Kevin Dick, followed by J.W. Miller, and then we got Bill Edwards. Is that a new paint scheme by Bill with the American flag on it?
That's not a bad look. I might have saved that for Memorial Day and 4th of July weekend, but it's a good look.
Yeah, I do like it. It's sharp. But as you can see, single file all the way around this track. Won't be a lot of aggressive driving like that. I mean, if you got somebody that dive bombs you, just hold your line. They're gonna have to back out of it or take you out, one of the two. You got
Yeah,
JP.
we may see a bump and run or two before the night's over, but it's way too early for that.
Now, that is how you get it done here. You don't wreck them, but if you barely bump them just heading into a turn or coming out, you can move them up the track. And like you said, we got enough grip here tonight. The driver shouldn't lose the back end of the car getting a bump like that, and you can move them out of your way. You'll see a lot of drivers maybe doing that here tonight, moving somebody out of their way. We're on board with JP right now. JP's in 10th currently.
Tell you what, Harmon moved up to the front, and he came past. He kind of almost dive bombed Eric Wolf, and Wolf gave him a little shot in the rear end afterwards, maybe to show a little bit of displeasure.
Ooh, I might want to rewind that. Let's see if we can't get that on replay. Because I was back there following JP. All right, let's see the pass here. Harmon's going to try to take it away. Actually, he does take it away. Yeah, wasn't too much of a dime bomb. He did it start-finish line. Oh, he come down on him. Eric come down on him. Wow.
That's what I was talking about, the run. The cars rotate so well here. You can get on the gas really early and in essence kind of drive downhill in 2 and 4 to get a run and get some pretty decent speed down the front and back stretch.
And Eric Wolf took damage on that. I wonder if the back end of Harmon's car looks like it might have got some damage, and it did. Both of them cars got a little damage. How about Spencer? We're looking at Larillo to see if he got any damage out of it, because he was right there in the mix of it as well. Looks like he's fine. But, you know, I hate to see Eric Wolf get a little bit of damage right off the get-go. And taking a quick look, I know it's blurry, ladies and gentlemen, but I did the best I could do with the getting these point standings. Eric Wolf is leading by 5 points over top of Thomas Harmon as of right now. Harmon will take over the points lead just on the precursor as he is leading a lap and will finish 2 positions if the race ended right now, but it's not going to. If the race ended right now, Harmon would get his lead back. And we do have the yellow. Mike Springer or Bill Edwards 1 is involved in it. I just seen him drop. Nope. I don't know where it come from. I thought
Joshua Durham.
Oh no, and he's already out of the server. He must have took some major damage to.
Right. No, actually, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not sure why he.
I don't know. That's going to be on. It's going to be on Ben Izinga that caused this wreck, and I don't remember any of these drivers going down pit road. I guess race control didn't give them that call. Far chase. All right, we got Ben Izinga making the move on inside of Joshua Durham. They made contact or net coded right there. And Izinga just taps him out of the way. Don't know. Let me take another look at that. That kind of, I don't want to call anybody out saying that's intentional, but it sure did look like he was kind of upset. Tempers flaring already. No contact there, but he sure didn't back out of it, and he just gives him a little nudge right there and sends him on around. I think he would got the worst out of it. Izinga did. Let's take a look at the back end of the. Oh, he can't because he left the server. Wow.
Yeah, Durham is taking it to the garage and he's done for the evening.
He's probably mad, and I'd probably be mad too if somebody took me out like that.
Well, they bumped crossing the start finish line, but
Well, I mean,
you know,
it looked like, oh, wow, what in the crap? 31 just drilled the inside fence under caution. He pulled a Welburn. Joshua Berry just drills the inside fence, kind of like what I did under yellow, but I nailed the outside fence at Dega last week. And I bet you 20-1 he's going to do the exact same thing I did. Missed the shift, geared down, and we're going to get inside the cockpit and watch him do this. And listen. Oh no, he just coming up on him too hard. And didn't gear down and couldn't get stopped. Wow. Rewind that again. I mean, he does gear down. He should be in second gear here. Yeah, he's in second. He's letting everybody pass him. Now he speeds it up. And I guess he's not expecting him to be slowed down right about here that much. He gets on the binders, and it just pulls him to the inside fence. Wow.
now we're getting ready to go green.
Back up front, Thomas Harmon is leading.
Green, green, green.
He gets a really good jump. 16 laps into this 175. Eric Wolf made the move on the inside of Larillo. Larillo fighting back on the outside, trying to hang on to that position. Don't think he's going to be able to do so. Eric Wolf makes a really good move. How about Kevin Dick up there in the second place spot?
How about J.W. Miller running in third?
Doing an awesome job here this evening. We got a blinker on the track. Cornerwit has got some connection issues. And who we got a battle with back here in the back? I like that new paint job on the 67. Is that Wolf back here in the back? That is Eric Wolf. He has dropped way back. No, that's Izinga. But Eric Wolf has dropped way back too. Eric Wolf's all the way back in the 12th position. He must not like what he saw going up around there, and I'm pretty sure he got the damage fixed on the car. Nope, he didn't get it all fixed.
And we got Niederham, blinking quite a bit too.
We back up front with Harmon. Kevin Dick right there on his tail. Looks like there's a move to the inside of Cronowit. Cronowit makes the move, makes the pass on somebody. Too far away to see. Makes the move on Taylor Butcher Benjamin and makes that pass work. And, I'm looking back here in the back. I find it strange that Eric Wolf dropped all the way back to 12th. And looks like he's getting ready to get challenged by Evan Rice. And then he's got Izinga again, waiting to try to make a move as well. Eric's doing a good job at protecting that inside line.
The real interesting thing about this track, though, it's a rhythm and a pace track. If you can keep up your pace, you actually, you won't fall off as much as some of the other guys on a longer run, and it'll actually appear that you're going faster. You'll be the same speed you were at the beginning of the run. You just won't fall off like everybody else if you keep a more consistent pace.
Tires is what wins a race.
And some of these guys up front that are pushing really hard might be burning their tires off.
Well, that old Days of Thunder thing. Yeah, he's going. He's not going faster. Everybody else is going slower.
And that's exactly what's going to happen here, I'll bet.
Yep.
And you'll see Eric Wolf moving up. You'll have to, it's hard passing some guys, but that's what you'll see happening.
I hate to say this. We did have a yellow, and it was on lap 16. I don't know exactly what the fuel mileage is here tonight, but is it too early to start talking a fuel mileage race?
Yeah, I think it's too early for that. This race isn't going to go, without enough cautions. That I don't think fuel mileage will play into it too much.
Well, I imagine they can run about 60 to maybe 70 laps here on a tank. So
I do believe the A fixed was 75 laps, I believe, maybe 60 laps.
Jordan
and you
Berry
can run that on a full tank.
Jordan Berry come down pit road. Not exactly sure why. I mean, he did. Maybe he's trying to get that damage fixed from earlier. He is still sitting on pit road and still getting work done. Maybe he just had so much damage he couldn't drive it. Might have knocked the toe out of the car. You never know. Kevin Dick takes over the lead. Missed that looking at Jordan Berry, but now we got J.W. Miller on the inside of who is that? Mike Lemon? Lemon doing a crossover move. Wants to hang on to it, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it work. Top 5 cars are pretty spread out. 3, and then you come back to this little 2 group here of J.W. Miller and Mike Lemon. Then we got to drop back to JP. JP all the way up into the 7th position. Doing an awesome job here tonight. Looking to try to get around Cronenwith for 6. I bet old JP got a really good run going. Taylor Butcher Benjamin doing a good job as well. And then we get these little 2x2 spurts here. You got Bill Edwards and Mike Springer doing some battling out. And then you got Evan Rice.
Springer's going underneath Edwards.
And we got Izinga going up underneath Rice. So 2 battle moves right there. Both of them pulled it off. So we it looks like JP is getting passed by Taylor Butcher Benjamin. And Taylor looked like he did that on the outside. Let's go back and take a look at that. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Let's go back and take a look and see if he actually did do that on the outside.
No, he got him on the inside.
Yeah, okay.
One thing I didn't mention or didn't discuss because we were, looking at the Josh Durham incident is pit road speed here is a bear. It's 35 miles per hour, and it's really hard to keep these cars under 35.
And you'll go not only 1, but it's possible to go 2 laps down on a green flag pit stop. Because by the time you get the car on pit road, get it in the box, get it serviced, and then back out, you're looking at about 35, 40 seconds. They're doing lap times right now at 24 seconds, so you could easily go almost 2 laps down if you're not careful, just on a green flag pit stop. Kevin Dick is your leader, ladies and gentlemen, followed by Thomas Harmon, James Larillo, J.W. Miller, Kerry Gronowitz, Mike Lemon, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Mike Springer, Bill Edwards, and Jay Spadoff drops back to the 10th position. Now this boy right here in the 91, oh Lord, James Lindahl, he's been riding at the back of this pack this whole race. Wonder if he knows something we don't. And we got Sam Niederhelm, who's got a connection issue. He is behind him as well. So we got 2 drivers out of the race. Spencer Tart, who never even joined the field. Joshua Durham took out by Izinga. Jordan Berry on pit road, trying to get some of that damage fixed. And then your last car on the lead lap is Sam Niederhelm, who is blinking like a caution light.
Like a Christmas tree.
Yeah. While we were messing around, something happened to Kevin Dick. I'm going to go back because 3 drivers got around him. Let's see what happens here. Got plenty of time to rewind. It looks like all 3 of them are going to pass him in. We're watching Kevin Dick see if he makes contact with the wall. No, he just dives it in.
And that's what will happen here. You get on the outside, and you'll get freight trained on the inside and can't get back down in line.
Well, that's exactly what happened. He's going to get freight trained. He had the room, but he couldn't. He didn't trust himself to cut the nose off of Larillo, which is probably the smart move. And that drops him down, loses 3 positions to drop in behind J.W. Miller, just with a little miscue like that. It don't take much. You got to have your rhythm. You got to keep your rhythm. You mess that rhythm up just a little bit, and you see what happens. Uh-oh. Looks like Larillo is being challenged to the inside by J.W. Miller. If you can get that car up underneath the guy, you can pretty much take that position away from him. Oh, Larillo's all over the back end of him. I thought he was going to give him a little bump and run to try to take that position back. I believe Jordan Berry is back out on track. No, he ain't. Don't know what I'm thinking. I'm sitting here looking at him on pit road, and I'm saying he's back on track. But Harmon, your pick. Is that right?
That is correct.
Doing an awesome job here tonight. Let's see if we can't see what's going on somewhere else on this track. Everybody's pretty much spread out. Old Dustin Musial riding around in 16th position. Where is James? Why did James Pamdall fall all the way back to 15th? Does he have damage? Nope. Car looks good. He may burn up his stuff already. I hate to think that, you know. Barely got 20 laps on the tires since we restarted. 30 laps on this stint.
Sometimes that's all it takes at this track.
Well, Harmon doing everything he can to try to take over that points lead once again. Eric Wolf still hasn't really gained anything. I mean, he's still riding back here in 11th position. He's gained 1 position since he fell back from 12th position.
So what would you say, 30 laps on this set of tires?
31 as of now, yes.
So Harmon qualified at a 23.4, and his last lap was a 24.4. He's a second off his qualifying pace. So that's what happens to your tires at this track.
And we do have Jordan Berry retired, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
17 drivers.
He's gone.
Have 17 drivers left in this field out of 20. Looks like J.W. Miller trying to get up underneath Harmon. Couldn't quite get her done there. Going to try to get another shot at it. He gets a really good run going in. I like the run that he gets going in. Now if he can just get that car up underneath him, he'll be able to switch that position around for him. Look at that run he gets. I'm hoping that my man Kevin Dick doesn't hang too far back here. I mean, he is right there on Larillo.
Harmon just tapped the wall
Oh,
midway
no.
down the front stretch.
Let's see if he got damage out of it.
Oh, yeah, he's all scraped up on the right-hand side.
Yep, that fender's caved in just a little bit. Oh, well. That'll happen. J.W. Miller will definitely be able to take this position away from him. That much damage, it doesn't look like it's going to be that much, but, I mean, it makes a difference here. If J.W. Miller would stop washing up the track, he might be able to get that run. Pandal, scheduled pit stop maybe? Or does he have damage? Nope, it looks like it's a scheduled pit stop.
He does have some damage, though, to the right.
Cut the car off, too.
Yeah, JP's into the wall somewhere because his right front's a little bit tore up.
The whole front end was scratched up, too, like he tagged somebody in the rear. Let's see if we can't rewind that and find out what happened. I ain't got nothing better to do. He's all by
I
himself.
got lap 45.
I'm not going back that far.
Actually, lap 46.
Yeah, that's going back 12 laps. I'm not going to go back that far. J.W. Miller's still not able to capitalize to take that position away, even after Harmon brushed the wall. But he is all over the back end of him. Looked like him.
JP had the same problem that Harmon had. Like I said, that wall outside of 2 and 4 will bite you if you're not careful, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, you did say it starts plowing on you. It starts getting really tight after you get so many laps. And they are working lap 41 on these tires, so about another 30 on a fuel run. Do you want to be out there that long on a fuel run? I mean, Harmon's still doing 24/7s. It's only 1.2 tenths of a second off his qual lap or his best lap.
It's still another 2/10 off of when I pointed it out, 5-6 laps ago. So it's still falling off.
It's not that hard of a fall off. 2/10 of a second in 10 laps is not that bad of a deal.
J.W. Miller is still looking to get around him.
He's there. He just can't capitalize on it. He's having to check up for him. He can't time that. He can't time the closing rate on him. If he can get that timing right closed, he'll be fine. And it looks like Pandolf
And that
thought about it.
Say JP would have been his best friend right there on fresher tires. If he would have let JP around him to get underneath Harmon, then he could just followed him by.
Yep. Now JP's got fresher tires, and he's literally almost 2 seconds faster than everybody, and he needs to get around these gentlemen, but he don't need to wreck them at the same time. And JP's pit stop. Let's see what his pit stop. His pit stop was 50 seconds. It put him 4 laps down. 50.1 seconds is the time he spent on pit road. So.
I think Miller might have him this time.
Yep, and JP looks like he's going to try to follow through with him. If he's a smart man, he'll do it. Don't close the door, Harmon. He's coming through. And he did. He closed the door on him. Harmon looking to make that crossover move. as they are entering lap traffic, they are coming up on Sam Niederhelm or Dustin Musial. I mean, Cronowit down pit road, scheduled pit stop. Mike Lemon down pit road.
J.W. Miller is trying to pull away, though.
Oh, and he got stuck in behind Musial. He got stuck in behind Musial, and that gave the opportunity for Thomas Harmon to take the lead back over.
That's a shame, too, because J.W. Miller was pulling away.
But now he's going to have to work twice as hard to get back around him. You know he's upset with that lapper. But there's nothing you could do about it. I mean, he couldn't get out of the way any better than he tried. You know, he stayed low. He just picked the opportunity at the wrong time. Harmon got on the outside of him.
That's what I was going to say. I think Harmon took advantage of it and jumped to his outside to go, 3 wide down the front stretch. They had cleared the lap car by the time they entered one, so it wasn't really a dangerous situation, but Harmon took advantage of that situation, and it paid off for him.
Put him in a box. You ain't got nothing to do but hit the brakes. Or run over somebody, one of the two, when you're in a box like that. Miller up underneath him again.
Situational awareness is what that is, and it paid off for him.
Izinga down pit road, scheduled pit stop. Pandolf going to go this time with J.W. Miller. Does not allow Harmon to close the door this time. Scheduled pit stops are going through as of right now. Drivers are making scheduled pit stops. You got to think that maybe you can go more than 50, 45, 50. Pandolf to the inside of J.W. Miller. Try to take that spot away. You
certainly can on fuel. It's tires that I think everybody is wanting really bad right now.
Well, 50, 50, and 50, you're looking at a what, 3-stop race?
2-stop. Well, 3 total, yes. We've already got 1 under our belt, so if they can make it to, where are we at now? We're at 67. They can make it to 75, and then maybe 125, 130, so they got 2 more stops.
Just depends on how much you want to push that. Because we got some drivers that already have 12 laps on their tires as of right now. Cronowit, JP is the first one with 12 laps, but he is 4 laps down. Cronowit, 3 laps. Well, actually, 4. So it's Cronowit and Mike Lemon were the first ones to stop who are still on the lead lap. 4 laps difference on their tires than anybody else. Sam Niederhelm was just in when he went a lap down, but you're going to go a lap down coming down pit road no matter what. Once this all cycles back through, though, that's going to be the thing.
Yeah, and what we're seeing right now with J.W. Miller is what I was talking about earlier. I think he saved his tires a little bit better earlier on in this run, and he looks to be pulling away from Harmon even.
Well, I was sitting here just looking at, you mentioned that tire race. Looking back here at your boy Eric Wolf, who was running back in 11th and in 12th. Guess where he's at now? He is in 6th.
He's up to 6.
And he is coming. He is still moving. So maybe he was sitting back there playing possum.
I think that's probably what was going on.
And J.W. Miller's put quite a gap in between him and Harmon. And looky, somebody just went and made a move on the inside of Kevin Dick. That's Ben Izinga, who with fresh tires, 2 laps down, trying to get back around these leaders. So if the yellow flag comes out, he can at least get a wave around and get back on the lead lap. We do have the top 10 drivers have not pitted. They are staying out. Oh, Izinga! Slow that thing down. You can't run over the leader like that. I thought he was going to drill him in the rear end. He had a heck of a closing rate on him there. Now he's going to make the move to the outside. Now that's what the difference of fresh tires means right there. See how easy and quick he went around the leader on the outside? Izinga has set sailed.
So now it's a matter of how long is J.W. Miller going to stay out?
Well, you know that when him or Harmon comes, the rest of this field's coming with him. But these guys who have short pitted, you got to think that maybe they have an advantage towards the end of this race. I mean, I understand that staying out is one thing, but I mean, you got like people like Cronowit and Mike Lemon. Both of these drivers are SGK drivers. They are really great drivers, and the fact that they have already short pitted with 11 lap fresher tires, they are running faster laps, almost 2 full seconds faster than J.W. Miller. Cronowit's last time by was a 23.7, and J.W. Miller was a 24.8, so that's a full second difference each lap. He's gaining that much. That much on the field. So the longer he continues to lose speed, J.W. and Mike Lemon and Cronowit continue to gain on him. When this cycle's back through, they may actually have an advantage. They may actually be up in the lead by the time the pit cycle falls back through. Of course, now both those drivers are 2 laps down. Izinga and Sam Niederhelm are only 1 lap down. Of course, Niederhelm just come down pit road. As they come up once again, Taylor Butcher Benjamin trying to make the move to the inside of J.W. Miller to get one of his laps back. See, these drivers are going 2 laps down on a green flag pit stop, and they're driving back by these leaders getting one of those laps back. Sam Niederhelm went 3 laps down. And he's just now leaving pit road. And Harmon losing another 0.2 of a second to J.W. Miller. You know what I think? I think they're waiting for a yellow, because these drivers are really battling it out. I just see this move that Taylor Butcher Benjamin just put on Musial, and now he's putting another move on the inside of Mike Lemon. He's on the move. I've
been watching times though. Eric Wolf gained 0.4 of a second on the leader that time around. He's now in 3rd.
Yeah.
I think I was right. He's coming.
He saved a lot if he's moving that fast. Eric Wolf's last time by was a 24.6. Leader was a 25.022.
Yeah, well, he just gained another 0.4. And I think J.W. Miller might actually just be slowing down because Harmon's back up to him.
He's probably setting up for a pit stop. Of course, really ain't too much to set up. Come in, grab 4 tires and a full tank of fuel. You can make the adjustments on your, brake? I think that's the only thing you can change. Brake bias. And Eric Wolf, believe it or not, he told us one time that he changes his brake bias for every turn. He's got a little button, or he's got it set up on his keyboard or something to where he changes it.
He might have a button box with a rotary on it to adjust it.
Yeah, he turns it or moves it up or down depending upon where he's entering for each corner. Just
you know what? Wolf is on the same straightaway as the leaders now. He's actually in the same.
He's gaining.
Same
he's coming.
Corners. He's coming. J.W. Miller's dropped back to 2nd.
And they have run 70 laps on this tank of fuel and tires. So Eric Wolf cutting that lead back down once again. He's going to get it under a second this time by. You watch. Larillo, scheduled pit stop, finally comes down with 71 laps on his tires.
There you go. Eric Wolf under a second behind the lead now.
If he takes over the lead before they... Uh-oh, what happened to Harmon?
Yeah,
Oh,
Harmon blinked out.
he was gone for a half a lap. Here comes Eric Wolf. Wow, look at the gain rate on the back end of J.W. Miller.
And you know what? He lost time on the leader that time, so I think it was just a matter of Miller slowing down.
He had to brake. He had to hit the brakes harder to get by Miller. He moved him. I think he touched him and moved him out of the way there.
All right, cleared Miller. Now he's going to set sail for Harmon.
You watch him take over the lead before he'll get the lead and take it over before they make their pit stops. You watch. They are running lap 73. I figure they'll probably come in around 75 or 80 regardless. 75 and 75, that's oh, I spoke too soon. Here comes J.W. Miller now. Harmon stays out. Eric Wolf stays out. Don't know why Larillo was on pit road so long, but he went 4 laps down. It's 55.6 seconds Larillo spent on pit road. Eric Wolf still trying to chase down Thomas Harmon. We still have the top 7 drivers have not pitted 75 laps on this run. You know what? If they make it another 10 laps, I hate to think they would do that. But if they can make it to lap 100, that will make it one stop. One more stop.
One more stop. You know Eric Wolf is thinking about that.
Well, if they can make it to lap 100, they won't need to stop at all. This will be it. One stop. This will be their final stop. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to make it a one-stop race.
You know Eric Wolf is thinking. That's the way that man thinks.
Well, I'm almost guaranteed they can make it on fuel that far. I'm really surprised that they would try to do that on tires. But we already know if they can, they run 77 laps. 2 more laps, he can definitely make it to the end of this race, regardless. If they make it to 80 laps on this run, the race is over. They can come down pit road now at any time and be the one-stop race. As
Harmon's right there.
Lindahl.
Wolf's right there.
Lindahl was in this race, been in the back of the pack this whole time, comes in pit road in 6th. He's done the same thing as the leaders are doing, staying out. He can make it to the end of this race now.
And Eric Wolf moves P1. He's at the point now.
Kevin Dick down pit road. Lindahl down pit road.
Here comes Harmon.
Thomas Harmon. Eric Wolf will be pitting next time by. You watch. That will give him exactly 80 laps and 80 laps. Or 81 and 79. If he comes down this time. And he doesn't. He stays out. Matt Burgess is still staying out with him. Bill Edwards is staying out with him as well. 3 drivers still have not pitted. And that 91 car of James Lindahl went 3 laps down with a 14-second. Don't know how he did that. I guess he was at the tail end of the lead lap when he come down pit road.
Yeah, I think he was.
But still, he come down pit road in 6th position by staying out with the leaders. So when this thing all shakes out, he may be in a really nice position.
Here comes Wolf. Wolf's coming in. Leader on pit road.
You got to think Matt Burgess is probably going to stay out long enough to get a lap led in that 67 new paint job for him.
Burgess comes down pit road.
Well, that turns it over to Bill Edwards to get him a lap led. possibly, in that nice American flag painted car. And that man can paint a car.
Edwards
It does make a lap lead.
does lead a lap. And he comes down pit road.
I think that's all he was wanting, was to get that lap lead. When everything cycles back through, I'm going to imagine that this man right here, Eric Wolf's going to be your leader. .2 seconds on pit road. He's down and away. Izinga in second place. Of course, now he has 35 laps on his tires. He will definitely be coming down pit road one more time. Unless we get a yellow flag. Then everybody's strategy is out the window. I do like that new paint job that's on that 67 though.
Partial to the 91's paint. Lindau's, that's really sharp. I like that gold.
Yeah, I do too. I like it a lot. You got to wonder if maybe the same person that painted Bill Edwards just painted his. Let's see if we can't. Well, thank you. That does look like one of his paint jobs that he would do. Might have to ask him that at the end of this race, who painted that nice gold cat car. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the rundown once again. Izinga is your leader, followed by J.W. Miller, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Gary Cronowit, Mike Lemon, Thomas Harmon, Eric Wolf, Mike Springer, Matt Burgess, and Kevin Dick. It rounds out the top 10. Kevin Dick just made himself back on the lead lap by getting around the leader there, Ben Izinga. And it looks like J.W. Miller is trying to take away the lead if he can get a chance to do so. And he moves to the inside of Izinga to do it. Oh, don't do that, Niederham. Oh, that almost been horrendous. He had to back out of it. They were looking for an accident right there, bud. I'm here to tell you that. They missed a great opportunity to have one, though. How about Taylor Butcher Benjamin? Running a solid race here. 36 laps on his tires. Currently riding in the third position. Thomas Harmon, he's a moving. He's a coming. Back up into the fourth position. Got Mike Lemon following right behind him as they make the move to get around Musel here in the 22 Bud Light. Eric Wolf trying to get up underneath Cronowit to gain some momentum. This is for position. Eric Wolf making a move there. He gets around him. He's got his sights set on Mike Lemon.
Tell you what, with those fresher tires, he's making it look easy.
Well, he ain't got nothing to lose now. They can burn them up all they want, but I think I'd try to save a little something here at the end of this race. Eric Wolf now got his sights set on this man here, Thomas Harmon. 1.9 seconds back off the back end of Thomas Harmon. Let's see if that interval closes down any. Thomas Harmon 3 seconds off the back of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. And J.W. Miller continually pulling away from Izinga. It's a difference of 23 lap difference on their tires. J.W. Miller's got 20. Izinga's got 44. That's the difference between 24 lap tires. Just constantly pulling away. That man right there in the 13, James Lorillo, he is 2 laps down. Had to get some extensive repairs done on pit road. I'm assuming, or restroom 1. He was on pit road for 55.6 seconds as Harmon makes the move to put him another lap down, 3 laps down. Or, no. I don't know what I'm thinking. He is still 2 laps down. J.W. Miller coming to the back end. Is that the back end of Dick? Kevin Dick? That is. Kevin Dick is getting ready to go a lap down. He is the last car on the lead lap in 10th position. Well, my pick's not going to win tonight. Not without a yellow.
Yeah, and he might need one quick too, because I think he's probably going to end up going a lap down here.
Well, there's only 6 laps difference between J.W. Miller and Kevin Dick's tires. JW's on 24, Kevin Dick's on 18. So, not that big of a gap difference between the tires. Pendolph back down pit road. Major repairs done to his car once again. Must have smacked the wall somewhere. Miller, 7 seconds over top of Ben Izinga. We didn't even think about him tonight.
A scheduled stop for JP, you know, where he is cycling on tires. Was that maybe a stop that was scheduled for him? Because I don't think he did any repairs. He was quick.
Well, he wasn't that quick. 42.4 seconds. He spent 42.4 seconds on pit road. So he was getting some repairs done for sure. And he is 7 laps down in 16th position. Last car on the track. Or the last car running, I should say. Looking at the intervals here between... My timing screen just doesn't show the actual gap between the leader and Kevin Dick. Let's see what it says here. Up top, +3. I don't know what that means. He's 3 seconds ahead of the leader before he goes a lap down. Is that what it was trying to say?
Yeah, that would be about right. Looks like Edwards would be the first one to go a lap down now at this point.
Didn't Edwards just pass him? I think Edwards just passed Edwards just passed Cronowit for 10th position. And now he's got his sights set on Kevin Dick.
Cronowit, the last one on a lead lap.
Yep. All right. Back up front here with J.W. Miller. 119 at 175. See if we can't get this out of the way while we can. Our next race, ladies and gentlemen, will be at All-Star Lucas Oil. Indiana. You're going to be there for 77 laps. Really short track, just a little over a half a mile. Going to be some beating and some banging going on there. That is for our Grand National Series next Monday night, May 18th. Come out 9 o'clock. join us. Watch us put that thing together.
Yeah, that's a I'm not familiar with at all.
I don't even. It may actually be a dirt track. I don't remember. We're going to be at Dover again tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. 150 laps here with our trucks race. Please come back and join us tomorrow night for more of the same. Probably not. We'll probably have a few more yellows. Going to see a little bit more aggressive drivers, and we have a lot more drivers probably that will show up for our truck race, as we've had a good 10 drivers sign up in the last month. So truck race is getting pretty packed, as we had 43 drivers start the race field last week at Talladega, and I look for that to be more of the same throughout this season. The truck races.
Yeah, didn't we have 40 plus at Richmond as well?
We definitely had over 30, pretty close to 35, I think. Mike Lemon down pit road. I was gonna do something else while I was thinking about it.
Wolf and Harmon are both inside 5 seconds from the lead now.
Well, they are running respectively third and second. Wolf looking to the inside of Harmon right now. Wolf trying to get that pass made early to get around Harmon. Takes over to second position. 4.4 seconds back off of the leader. I see I see Izinga in that mix as well, as he is working the outside and makes the move and makes the pass on Harmon. Fresher tires Izinga does have. 5 laps on it, so he's trying to make this a run and outrun them on fresher tires here at the end of this race. Looking to make a 50-lap run instead of an 80-lap run. I don't know if that's going to work for him, but we are watching this man right here, Eric Wolf, close it down. Close these laps and gaps onto the back end of J.W. Miller. The question is he going to have enough time with 32 laps, 33 laps to go?
No, I've got I've got over 40.
I can't count, dude. 30 from 75 would put you at 45, so 47 laps. .46 this time by. Well, so far it's been an awesome race. We've had 1 yellow for 3 laps. Current air temperature is 77 degrees. Started this race at 106 degrees. Track temperature, we are down to 95. Track has cooled off considerably. J.W. Miller making his way around lap traffic. Mike Springer down pit road. You got to believe this is a scheduled pit stop. Mike Springer came in the pits running in 8th position. Izinga makes the move.
His laps back.
He is now back on the lead lap, so Izinga is trying to make that last run here. Well, I said he was on the lead lap.
Throw a lap down.
Well, he won't make up another one in 50 laps.
No,
well,
we pretty much decided Wolf, Harmon. There's 2 other drivers out there that probably aren't going to stop again. Edwards.
And I thought this man, Kevin Dick, was getting ready to go a lap down. He is still on the lead lap, and he is now being shown in 6th position, the last car on the lead lap. You got to think his bed is made. He's running lap 38. The J.W. Miller's running 44. That's the difference between their tires. 44 laps on J.W., 38 for Kevin Dick. Eric Wolf, 35. Thomas Harmon, 38. Matt Burgess 34. Those are your top 5 drivers. Bill Edwards has 33 on his.
I think everybody that's on the lead lap right now is done.
They're done. Yeah, they've made their bed. They're gonna
they're
weigh
out
in
for
it.
the duration now. I don't think anybody's coming anymore.
Oh well, we still have Dustin Musial will definitely be in. He is on lap 62. So he'll be coming down pit road at least one more time. I don't think he can make it. He may be able to make it.
And at 3 laps down, he might as well come down and get some tires at some point.
He's not going to lose but one position to JP. That's it. And I doubt he does that. JP's 6 laps now.
Yeah, he's not going to lose 3 laps on a green flag stop. He might lose 2, but not 3.
So we got 20 laps to go. No, I can't count. I don't know what I'm saying.
40.
40 laps to go. Yeah, Dustin will definitely come in. That 40 laps would be 104 laps he'll be out there. He can't stay out there that long.
Actually, Kevin Dick, last time I looked, was 19 seconds off the lead. He's just under 8 and just under 19 now. So he's running at the same pace of the leader and maybe just a tick faster.
Izinga, got to watch that. Blinker. You like the guy took out with him. He come flying up on the back end of Niederhelm, and Niederhelm blinked out. I just knew that he was going to blink back in on top of him. Who was that just passed Lindahl? Cronowit.
Cronowit.
Cronowit was hauling some mail there. Of course, now, fresh tires. You're going to see a lot of drivers making some moves to get the best laps that they can get the best finishing that they can get here. Izinga, first car a lap down. Lindahl, 8th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, 9th. Those 3 drivers are on the same lap. Then we come back to Mike Springer, Mike Lemon, Cronowit, Sam Niederhelm, 2 laps down. Dustin Musial, 3. James Larillo either blinked out or he's off track 1. 14th position. Not showing up on as I'm registering. And JP, 15th. 7 laps down. Get back up front. There's your man for this race. Race went leader. J.W. Miller started this race 5th. Currently running in 1st. He's doing an awesome job here this evening. But you got to wonder about this man right here. Eric Wolf. He started this race in 1st. He's currently running in 2nd. And if I'm not mistaken, he is only 3.4 seconds off the back end of Miller. And I believe that gap is closing.
Yes, it is. Not by a lot, but it is closing.
Then we got Thomas Harmon right behind him. He is not too far off the back end of Eric Wolf. Maybe actually trying to save something for these last 10 laps. You know, Eric saved early. I don't know if he's saving now. But Thomas may be saving for the closing. Just going to follow him right on up. Still 3.4 seconds, Eric Wolf. And that just lost some time right there. 3.5 now.
And Harmon I've been following Harmon here for a lap or 2. He is driving that line that I mentioned where you enter 1 and 3 a little bit high, maybe a lane, half a lane up from the bottom instead of right down on the bottom. You drift up to about 2 lanes, and then you cut the apex in 2 and 4, and that gives you a nice, strong run down the front and back stretch.
not quite pushing all the way out towards the wall.
No, and you get to come off you get to come off a little straighter. You don't have to put as much wheel into it, and that saves your tires a little bit.
We're doing an awesome job here tonight, that's for sure. And I hate it, ladies and gentlemen, but I am going to have to turn the AC on. So if you hear a little static in the background, that's just the AC going. J.W. Miller putting the 91 another lap down. James Lindahl goes 1 lap down, or 2 laps down, I mean. Well, we knew that Eric Wolf and Harmon were going to be in the contention at the end of this race. I just figured Harmon would most likely end up trying to take back the championship. But if this race ends right now, Eric Wolf will actually gain maybe 3 or 4 points on top of Harmon for the championship, that is. Let's see if can't we see what we can see.
Well, and the points race being what it is, and everybody can comment all they want on the chase and like it or don't like it, but Harmon, realistically, where he's sitting right now, he could go the whole regular season without a win and still grab this championship by winning that last race at Phoenix this year.
Yep. What you do now, once you get your win, as long as you complete 80% of the races, it all comes down to who's faster at Phoenix this year. It is Phoenix, right? Yeah, I believe it is.
They moved it from Homestead to Phoenix.
So if you're the man at Phoenix and you got to win, all you got to do is ride around, stay in the top 20 in points, survive, and go to that Phoenix race. Of course, now you got to stay in the playoffs now. You can't just give up. We got 3 cuts on the playoffs, so as long you got to continue each week to make it to there. But once you get to the playoffs, I mean, then you go racing. The goal is to win a race before the playoffs and then run those last 10 or 12 races to the best of your ability and win Phoenix. I would love to see Hesgard get back in this.
It's almost too late to do the 80% of the races now, though.
I don't think he's only missed but 4 or 5 races. Of course, now he's got work scheduling. He just got a new job, was my understanding. So, Deborah, if you're watching, hey, babe. Please don't wreck in front of these gentlemen. Mike Springer up underneath Taylor Butcher Benjamin. That is for position.
You are correct.
75 makes the move as well.
4 weeks.
So he still got a shot. He can get back in this thing and win it. Just a matter of him getting a shot at Phoenix. And I know he's good there.
I'd love to see him back. He was the man last year, that's for sure.
2.5 seconds. Eric Wolf has cut that lead in half as to what he was running earlier. He is coming. But, man, he's got 20 laps to do it. He's going to have to really put the pedal to the metal if he's going to run down J.W. Miller and pass him. Catching him one thing, passing him's another.
Well, that's where the bump and run that I mentioned earlier comes into play. I mean, you just got to get to that back bumper.
You can just put him in the wall at that point. Once you get to the back end of him with the last lap, ain't no bump and run. Just shove him out of your way. That's what Earnhardt do. Of course, we don't race like that. Unless you're somebody that I'm not going to mention. How about that Dagger race last week?
I'd like to forget that Daigle race last week.
Yeah, you and me both.
At least my teammate came away with a podium finish.
Your teammate almost had a good win there. I was trying to work with him there at the end. I was like, if I can't win it, I'm going to at least try to push him to the finish. One of the two. And then I made that move. I had that race won. I know I had that race won until that yellow flag come out for the green-white checker. Missed the shift. Spun it into the wall. Come back out 8th. And then they wrecked behind us again. Wow. I mean, it was an awesome race, though. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. 15 laps to go when he crossed the start-finish line this time by. J.W. Miller stands a really good shot at walking away with this. Eric Wolf not quite gaining what I thought he was going to be gaining. He's 2.2 seconds. Actually, he's gaining it and then he's losing it right back. So, but he's still, you can see him. Eric Wolf can actually see the leader now. Got about a half a straightaway between these two gentlemen.
Harmon lost 0.3 and Wolf gained 0.8 of that time.
He needs to gain a lot more if he's going to make this move for J.W. Miller. I want to take a quick look at this one more time. I don't think Miller actually has a win, does he? Let's see. J.W. Miller does not have a win this season, so I would love to see J.W. Miller pull this off. I mean, he's been there at the end, several races, had opportunities to walk away with a win, just could not capitalize on it. Like to see him pull it off.
Sitting in 10th place without any wins, this would lock him into the playoffs.
Would love to see that happen for him. Of course, now Eric Wolf is there to rain on his parade. He is gaining, though. He gained another 10th that time by.
Musel's going to make it a little difficult to gain any spots. As fast as he was, he passed Wolf on the inside, but that's going to slow him up some.
Wolf will move him out of his way if he don't move on. He's going for.
He's on fresher tires, but he took Wolf's line away, so it caused him to lose 0.2.
Well, he might be able to pull the draft off of that a little bit and help him out. I don't know how much a draft would actually work here. Can't help him that much, as Musel is definitely pulling away from him. Now the question is, what happens when he tries to pass the leader here with 10 laps to go, just to get back on the lead lap, or is he even going to be on the lead lap?
No, he'll go from 5 to 4 down.
I don't think I'd risk that, just for to be on 4 laps instead of 5. Or 3 laps. He'll be 3 laps down if he passes the leader. No, 4. Why does my counter say he's 3? That's Niederham I'm looking at. 4 laps down. Musel 5. Okay. And he's there. He's going to make the move to get up underneath J.W. Miller. And that's Eric Wolf gained almost a half a second that time. Seven laps to go. Does Musel try to make the move to get around J.W. Miller and slow him down enough to have Eric Wolf take it away?
And here's the real issue:
there he goes?
Miller just let him go and slow up a little bit to let him by?
If he slows up, Wolf's going to be on top of him.
That's the point.
Musel's doing everything he can to get to the inside of him without taking him out. That's twice he's made the move and could not capitalize on it.
And you can't fault Dustin Musel for driving and racing. He's got a faster car right now he's on fresher tire.
Yeah, he got 22 lap fresher tires. If I was J.W. Miller, I would let him go. Just and race it out with Eric Wolf, because there's only 9 laps difference between Eric Wolf and J.W. Miller. J.W. Miller's running 81 laps on his tires. Eric Wolf, 72. I hate to see Musial spin the leader out right here. Oh, Musial brushed the wall.
And Wolf's coming. He's going to be inside a lap probably this time by, or inside a second.
Yeah, with 5 laps to go, and you got the lap car in your way to try to get around the leader. This is going to be some intense closing laps here as we are 5 laps to go. Musial made an abrupt move right there. I don't know what he was thinking. If I was him, I'd just back out of it. He goes up the top of the track. He gives the line to Eric Wolf. 4 laps to go. Eric Wolf is coming. This is getting exciting, folks. Does he have enough to do it? Will a bumper run come into play? How much of a block does J.W. Miller put on him? Oh, he's all over the back end of him.
Yeah, there's going to be a bump here. He's right there.
He's to the inside. He's looking. He made the move. 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Eric Wolf stole it. Then stole him another one. And he is definitely pulling away. Yeah. Just flat out stole that from him. Thomas Harmon, 2.9 seconds back, or 2.4 seconds back off of J.W. Miller. Final lap, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Wolf, unless he blows up, runs out of gas, or hits the wall, will win this race. J.W. Miller comes home second. Thomas Harmon going to round out our top 3. I called it. So, way to go, Eric Wolf. Now, let's get on Mr. Wolf. Get some information going on here.
We do have Hesgard running here this year. His name's Eric Wolf.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny. Now, he gonna burn her down, that's for sure. And while he's doing that, I am going to pop down here in S2R. See if
That's win number 6 for Mr. Wolf.
Can't grab a hold of Mr. Harmon. We'll grab a hold of Mr. Harmon and put him up inside of our broadcast booth. Mr. Harmon, my man, you got a copy.
10-4, I got you.
Well, bud, not a bad run here this evening. Didn't quite capitalize on it. Thought you had a shot till you brushed the wall there. Walk us through your race there at the beginning.
Yeah, my plan was just to get out early and ride, try to keep everybody behind me while I saved and they burned their stuff up. But I was just riding along and thought I was going to be fine coming out of the corner, and it just pushed to the wall, and I wasn't expecting it. And once I noticed it was going to the wall, I started feeling the throttle, but it wouldn't grip again. But after that, it was about 26, 27 seconds of damage. I was just kind of struggling from that point on, just trying to keep the right front on it and hopefully be around for the finish.
Now, was it Eisinger that got in the back of you early? Was that who it was, or my memory's short?
I believe it was Wolf.
It was
Wolf.
Wolf. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, at the beginning of the race. Yeah, and he actually got left front fender damage over that as well, and you got a little bit of a right front rear end damage out of it. So yeah, I mean, you did an awesome job here tonight. You started second. You're only going to lose 1 position. You didn't take over your points lead, which is what I was kind of hoping you would be able to do here. But we were discussing that you're in the playoffs, so the only thing you got to do is ride till we get to the playoffs, and then go hard, go fast, or go home.
Well, I think not. I'm not locked in with a win. I don't have one of those yet. But
I thought you had a win.
if I fall, nope. If I fall face to the earth, then I could miss them. But I still need to get that W to lock myself in for this year.
Well, it's time to start wrecking people to get that win, I guess, instead of stopping in the back. Of course, now you started up front here this evening. Like I said, you started on the outside pole. Is it certain tracks you want to do this at, or is it still your contention to ride in the back most of for the rest of these races?
The only tracks I'll qualify at are Dover, Bristol, Iowa,
Martinsville.
and nope. I want to start in the back there.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's bold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Better you than me, my man. Better than you than me. Now I start in the back because I suck. Yeah, I can say that. But wow, I don't think I would. As good a driver as you are, of course, you'll probably just turn around and win that one. So, and start dead last.
Well,
Well,
I'm just mediocre at Martinsville. I'm not. I don't think I'll be happy with the top 5 there. To be honest.
I was mediocre or no good at all at Richmond and ended up come home with a 12th place finish. So
This in right now, I'm picking Harmon to win next week.
yeah, I hear you.
That might be a mistake.
Well, Harmon, shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Shout out to my S2R teammates for one. Being here every week, helping each other out throughout the race. Only Originals Esports for being part of allowing me to be part of their stream team. You guys up in the booth for broadcasting it to all the fans. DRL admins, race control, all the competitors that come out every week, the people that watch us, and Avril for being on the hood. Oh, and Dimitri for spotting for me week in and week out.
Who's on your hood?
Avril.
I see S2R in a purple car. Am I missing something?
She's not on. She's on the sides then.
Okay. I was about to say, I'm an old man. I'm wearing glasses and everything, but I ain't that blind.
We can fix that.
Okay. Well, don't fix that. I like the car. All right, my man. Good luck. And what is Lucas? Is it a dirt track next week? Is that right? Please tell me no.
No,
Lucas Oil is where y'all are at, so I don't know. Anyway, congratulations on your top 3 finish, my man. I'll put you back down inside of S2R, and we'll see you next week at Lucas Oil.
All right. See you guys next week.
Yep. Well, I guess he left. J.W. Miller, 36 vehicle. Rear chase, is that what I want? That is what I want. Let's see if we can't find Mr. Miller. Where was he be? Well, I am still looking for him. Do you see him anywhere? I see him all the way down in Team Racing Chat. Mr. Miller, you got a copy, my man.
Yes, sir.
Top 5 started. Come home second. Almost thought you was gonna win that thing. Somebody stole it from you. Walk us through that.
Yeah, well, after that early caution, I knew that we would be able to make it real close on just 2 stops with the tires. I felt my right front going away pretty quickly there, so I pit a couple laps ahead of both Eric and Thomas, and we were running pretty good. Started to fuel save there about halfway through the run, and just barely did enough, but I think Eric was lucky enough that he pit just a little bit later than me and had the fuel to make it happen, and I knew as soon as he got right on my bumper that, I still had to save a little bit, so we'll come away with a P2 though. It's a good finish. Was hoping for a win, but live to fight another day.
Do you think the 22 Amusal played any fault at the end of that race there?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you did have 86 laps on your tires. Eric Wolf had 77, so it's a 11 laps difference. Harmon had 80, so it's a 6-lap difference between y'all 3 there. I still was pulling for you. Was hoping you'd get that win, get locked into the playoffs. But Harmon don't have his win yet either. I thought he did, but Eric Wolf, he's just gonna come out and he's gonna pull a Hesgard this year, as he always does. So it's hard to beat Eric Wolf when on any track that he shows up for. But you did an awesome job out there, my man. Rod, what do you got for you, man?
Yeah, you covered it pretty well. Boy, you made it interesting there towards the end, JW. We both were kind of pulling for you, hoping you could pull this out and lock yourself in. You know, it gets kind of hard cheering for Mr. Wolf week in and week out. It'd been nice to see somebody else. Although, you know, I was saying about Thomas Harmon earlier, he's gonna probably make the playoffs even without any wins as high up as he is. You know, looking at the standings, you're gonna catapult yourself a couple spots. So you got a shot at making the playoffs right now as it is.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
to
there's
win to be in it.
definitely.
You don't have to win to be in the playoffs. We had Robbie Armstrong win the Truck Series, won the Truck Championship, and didn't even win a race at all.
Yeah, definitely.
So
It's kind of just a thing. We needed a really good finish after Talladega last week getting wrecked out, but yeah, I'm happy with the second place. Eric's a hell of a guy to race with, so is Thomas. So it's just great to see that I can at least be up there and racing with these guys and contending for the win. I've definitely learned a lot with this new tire model. It took me a long time to get used to it, but I think we're starting to get it figured out pretty well.
thoughts and concerns going into Lucas next week.
It's definitely a track that I don't have as much experience with, but it's another one of them short tracks that tend to do pretty well on, so we're hoping for a good finish.
Is it a paved track or is it dirt?
Lucas Oil should be paid.
Okay, I know we do one dirt track, but I don't remember what it is or when it is, or
Really?
yeah, or we did last year. It may have even done it for fun. I don't remember, but
You know, and
That
I'm
should
I'm
be
looking
interesting.
I'm looking at the schedule. It's not next week. It's 2 weeks from tonight, and it's a non-points race. So is it maybe an all-star? All-star? It is.
it is.
Grand National Series All-Star Week. It's
Yeah.
an all-star race. No points.
Okay. Well, go out there, have fun, wreck 'em. I don't care. I ain't gonna be in it. That's for sure. I'll be broadcasting it though. Well, Mr. Miller, tough luck on your no win. Great luck on coming home with a second place finish. Look forward to seeing you back here at Lucas Oil. Shout outs. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Yeah, shout out to you guys for broadcasting this every week. I always love coming back and watching. You guys do a hell of a job. Put on a great show, and shout out to all my guys at Racing Chat Racing. Those guys are always real supportive of me, and they always give me plenty of room. Actually, everybody in this league gives me plenty of room, which I really appreciate. It's such a great league to be a part of. I really enjoy racing with y'all, and looking forward to the rest of the year.
10-4. What channel were you in?
I can hop down there.
Alrighty. Congratulations, my man. We'll see you back next week or
Thank
whenever.
you, sir. Have a good one.
We're gonna pull in our winner, Mr. Eric Wolf. Pop him up inside of the broadcast booth here. Mr. Wolf, my man, you got a copy.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Wow. Started on the pole. Stole that from J.W. Miller at the end. Walk us through your race, man.
Yeah, so I was playing the long run game here. There was a caution right there. A couple laps in, I think it was around lap 15. Just before that, I had got together with Thomas Harmon. I just misjudged going into turn one. I stayed high to let him by. I wanted to drop in right behind him, bumped him. I gave myself a little bit of damage there, so during that caution flag, I got that fixed. Put me back a good bit, then I sped off pit road, so I had to restart tail end of the line. And then we had all green from
So
there.
that's
on out.
what happened to you.
Yep, just sped a little bit coming off there. And yeah,
Here we thought you were just saving your stuff and riding around to the back for a
no, I'd rather save my stuff from third than last. But yeah, I was able to stay out of trouble there and slowly work my way up there because of the long runs. And then there at the end, I missed pit road the first time I tried to come in, so I had to run another lap, and then I forget why I missed it the second time, but then I came in 2 laps later than I wanted to, and came out of pits. I think I was about 15 seconds off the leader. And J.W. Miller did a great job saving his stuff. He almost got that just right there, so hats off to him. He drove a great race. I really didn't think I was going to be able to catch him, but he raced me clean, so hats off to him. I know that has to hurt a little bit. I've lost him there at the end too, so kind of feeling for him on that. But yeah, just try to stay out of trouble and run my own race there.
Well, at least he didn't run out of gas going across the start-finish line to lose it that way. I mean, he lost it fair and square. But
Yeah, he drove a good race. He just off that pass there, he was protecting the inside going down the back straightaway there, and then continued to protect it through 3 and 4, which was going to force him to come up high, and I knew that, so I was running about a half a groove higher, and I was just going to try to get under him, and then he just caught the wall a little bit there coming off. Our right front was so worn out at that point in the race. It's really easy to do. You just overstep it a little bit, and that wall will reach out and bite you.
yep, we talked about that during the race, or Rod Fosnell did almost through the whole race here. All-Star race, 19th, 18th, something like that. Thoughts and concerns going into that? Lucas,
I'm glad that
Lucas,
it's a non-points race.
I hear you.
But yeah, that'll be a fun track. I remember racing there. It's been a while, but it's a fun track. There's kind of one groove you got to get, but it should make for an interesting race. There's a lot of ways you can run that.
Well, you are going to still maintain your points lead here tonight, so congratulations on that. Win
thank
number
you.
6, I believe it is, that you have now. So, awesome
Yes, it
job.
is number 6.
All right, I'll take it.
Well, I'll take anything I can get, especially if it's going to be free. But you earned
You
it.
know,
You earned this
I'd,
one, bud.
I'd say Eric could do everybody a favor and take next week off, but everybody's off next week.
Yeah, I'll be taking off next week.
Oh, all right. I hear you. I'm going to take next week off, too, if y'all are. I don't feel like broadcasting. The heck with it. Eric, my man, you know I say it every race. Shout-outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
All right, big thank you to you guys for putting on the broadcast again. You always do a great job. It's fun to go back and watch them later, so that really adds a lot to this league. I thank JP for putting the league on, and my DPR teammates, Mike Springer, Richard Springer, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, all the other guys that weren't able to make it here tonight. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm surprised I won this one here at Dover. This has always been a really tough track for me. I don't like this place at all, so I guess the long green runs paid off.
Well, the rest of the field's in trouble on tracks you do like then.
I know that's right.
Anything can happen in these races.
Well, Eric, congratulations on win number 6. Look forward to seeing you back when, at Lucas Oil. It will be a fun race, but after that, I believe we're going to be running the Indy 500 or 250, 500. I don't know what it's going to be. I know we are going to be running the IndyCar Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I will be broadcasting that race, so as soon as I get more information about it, I will let you viewers know exactly what's going on. But we are going to be running Indy. So
Well, you're going to have to find another broadcaster to help you with that one, because I'm going to be in that one letting Eric beat me.
oh, well, I'll probably, I don't know, JP will be running that too. So I can solo it. I've done it before. Ain't nothing new to me. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Wolf, see you whenever when I see you, my man.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thanks.
Yep.
Congrats, Eric.
Thank you.
Where do you want me to put you back at?
I'm leaving. You're good. Just leave me alone.
Okay.
I'll log out.
Well, I was going to go through credits and bring up the rundown and everything, but I have locked up. So let's see. I can get this much for you. Eric Wolf started on the pole, finishes on the pole, so that's where you need to be if you want to get this thing done. J.W. Miller comes home second, Thomas Harmon third, Matt Burgess fourth, Kevin Dick fifth, Bill Edwards sixth, Ben Izinga seventh, Mike Springer eighth, Taylor Butcher Benjamin ninth, Mike Lemon 10th, James Lindahl 11th, Gary Cronowitz 12th, Dustin Musial 13th, Sam Niederhelm, blinking and all, comes home in 14th position. James Pandolf comes home 15th. James Larillo is 16th. I don't know why it's telling me both of them are in 15th position. Evan Rice comes home 17th, and you got the last 3 drivers, Rod?
Jordan Berry, 18, Josh Durham, 19, and Spencer Tart never even took the
race.
green flag, showing him 20.
Right. Well, that will conclude tonight's broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Please be sure to jump back in. If you haven't got if you're not subscribed, subscribe now. If you want notification, hit the bell. It'll let you know when we go live each and every week. Want to thank everybody who shows up week in and week out to watch these broadcasts. Want to thank the drivers most of all for coming out, because without them, we're just going to be looking at an empty track, and without y'all, we're broadcasting and talking to ourselves. So I want to thank both of y'all, but most of all, we got to thank JP for putting this league together. Got to thank Martin Wenzel, Jordan Gonzalez for all the work they do with our graphics and everything. Want to thank our race admins for all the hard work they do week in and week out, dealing with race control and going back to the replays and everything. Thank y'all. Don't know exactly who they are. You know, it's Taylor Butcher Benjamin. There's Wilkins. There's Mike Springer. Anybody who steps up. Jeremy Hebel, Dakota Wilkins. There was like 3 race controls in here tonight and didn't need any of them except for that one caution. So some nights we got them, some nights we don't. Want to thank the broadcasters, myself, James Pandolf, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and Rod Fosnall, and anybody else who jumps in like Bill Edwards or just, whoever joins us in the booth. I want to thank you for all the work that you put in. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, good night and God bless from DRL TV, and we look back to seeing you here at the next broadcast tomorrow night for our truck series. Please jump in and be 100 and, what was it, did I say 60 or 70 laps, 50? It's going to be 100 plus.
150.
I think it's 150 laps. Yeah, 150 laps here tomorrow night in our truck series. So jump in. We'll look forward to seeing you here next week or tomorrow night, and then for our Lucas All-Star. All right. Well, I'll get it here in a minute.